Now, the Wabash Valley's most watched newscast continues with Storm Team 10 meteorologist Kevin Orbert, awarded the AMS seal of approval by the American Meteorological Society.
Well, it's a breezy night out there. As I mentioned, we've had wind gust up to 20 miles per hour, sometimes more than that across the area. So it's a bit of a breezy night from the northeast, but there's no rain showing up in the Storm Team Fury, so it remains dry. Now you get out farther to the east and then it just gets to be a real mess. And so if you know people along the east coast of the United States, they're really hunkering down and getting ready for what is going to be a whopper of a storm. We'll talk more about that here in just a moment. In the meantime, we've had a few high clouds throughout the course of the evening and a nearly full moon, an almost full moon. And it's kind of neat because the full moon is falling near Halloween. Every time you think of Halloween, you think of a full moon and clouds and, things like that, and ghosts and goblins. And so we've got a nearly full moon, and the moon actually will be full on Monday, on the 29th. Right now, the wind is at 9 miles per hour steady. From the northeast, 9 miles per hour, 9 miles per hour. Mattoon, Champaign, 12 miles per hour. And in Bloomington, a 10 mile per hour breeze. Now, the temperature is 44 degrees in Terre Haute, 44 in Linton. We get over here to Effingham where it's 41 degrees, 39 in Mattoon. So the temperatures have stayed buoyed somewhat, have stayed up a little bit, but as the night goes on, it's going to get cold, and there still is a freeze warning in effect for a good portion of the News 10 viewing area. If you still have some flowers left over, I've got some knockout roses, which are still plugging away. They smell great, they look great. I'm not so sure they're going to like this night, though, and the next couple of nights, because it's going to get cold. 67% relative humidity, Casey 76%, Robinson 74%. It's 44 degrees here in Terre Haute, 36 Minneapolis, 29 in Bismarck, and 33 in Billings. And so while it's getting colder, it's not sharply colder. Now, here's this storm, and some people have called it a perfect storm, a super storm, and this being close to Halloween, they've called it the Frankenstorm. No matter what, this is quite a storm because it's colliding with cold air and a lot of moisture coming along here. And so the east coast of the United States is really going to get clobbered. And usually when you have a big storm like that, what happens for us is very little because all of the energy is being pulled out of the atmosphere toward the storm. And that's one of the reasons it's so breezy, as a matter of fact, because we're pulling all of this air back into this storm, and you can sort of see the edge of it if you have a really good HD television. Out here to the west, it's quiet and will remain quiet. I don't have any rain in the forecast for the next several days. 31 degrees, a freeze warning in effect for the overnight tonight. Tomorrow, high of 51 degrees, a breezy day, but not a bad day, another pretty autumn day. And then tomorrow night, 30 degrees, clear and cold with a north breeze. The 7-day forecast gets a little cool toward the middle part of the week, Tuesday and Wednesday, and then we begin November on Thursday with a high of 53. Ron Drell.